It's episode 25 and Trucking Ben is taking us on his daily adventure. Nothing better than a truck horn for waking up. Whoa, look at him go, the master of impatience.
Okay.
Ja, aber da hofft man immer, irgendwann, kurz oder lang, erwischt's die mal.
Somebody's in dire need of adrenaline. Talking about adrenaline, Tom got some unwarranted.
Hey!
You gotta love it when people are distracted and almost crash into you. Sure, just go. Never mind me on the main road. I like wasting gas by unnecessarily stopping. And we get the exact same situation again, only on a higher level of ridiculous.
Boah, bist du bescheuert? Ey! Meine Fresse, ne! Da kann ich ja froh sein, dass keiner von vorne gekommen ist.
Yep, wouldn't have been very pretty. Watch out, somebody's practicing! The bird hit the car, but don't worry about him. That's Johnny the stunt bird. That's his daily business. Please, sir, never mind me. I will happily consign my lane to you. Oh, it's Trucking Ben again, so things will go bananas quickly.
Nach 600 Metern bleiben Sie links.
Not only being oblivious as it gets, but not even indicating, are you kidding me? And because that asshole in the van is now butthurt because of the rightful honking, he now drives very slowly in front of Ben. Oh boy, such people do deserve a really good high five to the face. So even though this road doesn't allow Ben to overtake with a truck, he understandably doesn't want to crawl around behind this van hole and takes the left lane. As Ben wants to overtake again, the other guy accelerates and doesn't let him do it. So Ben knows that he got no choice but to get back behind him to not block the left lane. And the van hole does another brake check. Oh, Ben, I would give you a good cheering if you would rip him a new one. My advice is, when getting together with such people, try not to get any aggressive yourself and ignore stupid crap happening, because it leads to absolutely nothing positive. You know what a good driver does? Just pulling into a street, no matter if you can see along its length if it's clear. The logic of modern drivers. My front tires are already 1 inch over the line, so this red light does not count for me anymore. Little do they know, at a light, the lines have no clear meaning and you do get judged by the situation, if it would have been suitable to keep staying. I think it's pretty clear in this example here. Ah, do you remember the idiocy of people breaking down at flashes out of irrational fear? We got a top-notch moment here. This merc first comes racing to then almost cause an accident because of basically nothing. If cops would see such behavior, he would definitely lose his license for at least a month. Because when you don't feel safe enough in your driving, that you seemingly can't grasp which speed is currently allowed and then out of irrational fear about a fine endangering others, you should not be allowed to push around a 2 tons bullet. And hey, we get it a lot worse than this. I gotta take care of not swearing too much here, so this person in front of us here seems to have serious trouble interpreting the signs. They say speed limit of 60 kph only for vehicles heavier than 7.5 tons. So basically big cargo trucks. So first he obeys this speed limit that does not count for him and then almost stopping on the freeway because of flashes. Guys, real talk here. Some idiot who almost comes to a full stop on the freeway only because he doesn't know the rules at all Give him a bicycle and put his license into a blender running on highest level. This is nuts. But you know, signs are not the only thing that people like to miss. It could be a whole lot bigger objects. Little car playing chicken with a big truck. Nice. Truck drivers are having to deal with a special amount of ignorance of people. Check this out. This ridiculous parking forced Sebi to come to a full stop, and some of you know how annoying it is to unnecessarily stop for a driver of a very heavy vehicle. But the kind of parking coming in the next clip here takes the cake. People like this are the worst. They are seriously doing all their stupid stuff with the mentality, oh well, then people have to wait for a moment until I'm done, no big deal. But supposedly they would be the first ones to throw Molotov cocktails if they get forced to stop. Armleuchter. In this clip, it's about a specialist who's driving without his lights on. Most of us have seen such people, ain't that right? This guy gets like a million flashes from the camera driver, who turns his lights on and off for about 15 kilometers, which is around 10 miles, and the guy just doesn't get the message. After all this time, the van finally followed our car down an exit from the freeway, and with united powers, they finally found the light switch. Bad visibility can also work out in a very unexpected way. Did you see the curb in the middle of the road? Tobias certainly didn't, and messed up 2 rims. You know, Tobias had the excuse of darkness and wet environment. How embarrassing would it be if this happened to you in bright daylight? Oh well, how do you mess that up? The guy told us that he took care a little too much of that car to the right. It was an expensive decision. Going on with the facepalming, that Volkswagen ahead of us positioned himself right on the intersection. You are not allowed to enter an intersection if traffic's all piled up and you would need to basically park in the middle of the road. I think it's good advice to not do that no matter where you live. And even though our camera driver is rightfully pissed at this stupid and ignorant behavior, which is why he moves right up to that car as he gets a green light, his decision is not any bit smarter than the others. Now he's blocking the intersection too, without need. Oh man, driving could be so relaxing if not everybody would be full of spite. Wherever this cyclist was coming from, it didn't look right at all. In Germany, our general sign for overtaking restrictions didn't include bicycles and motorbikes. And now we have an additional one that includes those two, because we didn't have enough signs yet. But what can I say? Why are there so many signs? Because the amount of stupidity of people in general equals the amount of signs to be placed. As many of you have realized, stupidity and ignorance are some of the biggest dangers in traffic and cause lots of bad accidents. And this simple concept seems to be a mystery to so many drivers. Do whatever it takes to be 10 seconds faster, like here. Being very foggy, he needs to pass that tractor in a bend. Try to make him believe otherwise and you'll get nothing but ignorant blabbering. Heidewitzka, this episode felt a little stressful. I suggest you go watch another one of ours with a bit of more entertainment. Other than that, see you in a few days with new material. Hasta luego.